Hey love, what is up? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are trying some new-ish and basically new to me products today. I don't have a lot to go over, but like I do have these definitely two newish things. This isn't that new. It did release this year. It released a couple months ago, I believe, with the Poppy Coral and the Lilac collection, the Dior Blush. And then this released, I think like a month ago, 2 months ago maybe. I actually never tried a Dior Backstage palette before, so I really wanted to try this. This was the first like color story to speak to me. Of course it would. It's the most like basic Betty palette, but that's what's on my eyes today. And I did something very simple. I will say if you see anything weird or funky going on with this eye in particular in this inner corner, when I was prepping my eyelids, product was acting like it didn't want to stick there. So don't blame the eyeshadow for that. My lid is like acting janky today. That should have been my sign probably not to do my eye makeup, but I did it anyway because like that's what I wanted to do today and I was determined to get it done. So we pushed through. And then I also have the Dior Star Filter to showcase on camera today. I mentioned it in my best and worst of like 2024 thus far video. Never used this on camera. So today we're using it on camera. And then I also have this e.l.f. spray, which I have used on camera before, but like I'm just continuing to use it because I just want to use it up. I pay my money on it. I'm just going to use it until it's gone. That's basically where I'm at with this product. But I'm not the craziest about it, but that's definitely not a first impression. But yeah, if you want to know my thoughts on any of these products, just, you know, keep on watching and come hang out with me while I get ready. But first, let's go over product details. So this is the Dior Backstage Eyeshadow Palette. This is the third iteration of this that they've done. They have 01 Nude Essentials, 02 Smoky Essentials, and 03 Warm Essentials. This is Warm Essentials, okay? This was the first like one that came out that like spoke to me. A lot of people praise these palettes and I was always intrigued, but like a color story never really spoke to me up until now. And of course this basic warm beigey palette would speak to me, but I like what I like. And this is definitely like an everyday friendly palette. I would say the only thing I don't like about this is the fact that it doesn't have a mirror. This retails for $52 and it is an all-in-one eyeshadow and primer palette with 1 primer, 8 blendable shades, and a matte and shimmer finishes. Which shade is the primer? I'm so confused. Maybe this one? I couldn't tell you. Hold on. And it doesn't really identify it on the back. Like they have just names. Like it says ivory, peach gold, warm tan, tangerine, poppy coral, brick orange, warm bronze, red rose, and dark brown. Interesting. Yeah, where's the primer shade? Am I missing something? Do these other ones have a primer shade? It does not look like it unless the, yeah, no, that's a lie. That gotta be a lie. These all-in-one eye palettes have everything you need to prime, shade, and highlight for runway-ready eyes. It includes an eye primer that enforces shadow hold and enhances the look of pigment. Do they mean like there's like eye primer ingredients in the shadows? That's the only thing I can think of. And 8 shades designed to blend beautifully and be used as either eyeshadow or liner. It's available in 4 shades. They did have a 4th one. I do remember that, but that whatever that color story was did not speak to me. So next up we have the Dior Rosy Glow Blush. In my Poppy Coral video, I stopped for a second in that one and was like, they have like this weird brown shade, like that intrigued me, and intrigued me enough to just go to the store and buy it. I was intrigued because I was like, this is brown. What does this brown do? But this is 062 Bronze Glow and it's described as a radiant bronze. This retails for $40. And it says, a secret weapon to create the appearance of naturally rosy cheeks for a fresh, glowy effect. Infused with color reviver technology, this innovative blush reacts to the skin's moisture level upon application to deliver a customized rosy effect. The result is natural, instant, healthy glow that lasts all day. Forever Glow Star Filter Multi-Use Complexion Enhancing Booster. This retails for $55 and I got mine in the shade 4N, but I can get away with 5N. That would actually be more true to my skin tone, but these type of products I prefer to use more like a highlighter, so I went a shade up, so I have 4N. And 4N is described medium skin with neutral undertones. This liquid illuminator is formulated with 94% natural origin ingredients and visibly brightens, smooths, and blurs the skin. Its fresh and lightweight texture provides up to 24 hours of hydration. The last product that is new-ish, I guess, on this list that I've recently been trying out has been the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray, $10. It's a bi-phase dewy makeup and setting spray. A bi-phase makeup setting spray with shockingly fine mist that grips makeup for long-lasting wear with a hydrated dewy finish. I'm sorry, it took a lot of me not to laugh when it said shockingly fine mist. it sure is fine. Like, it's finer than fine. It's damn near non-existent. I just don't like the way this sprays out. It's a little too fine. Like, I know a lot of people complain like the mister is coming out, but like, never mind. I just, back to the product info. By phase setting spray with makeup gripping border phase and moisture oil phase. Shake to activate. Shockingly fine mist. Why do they keep repeating that? I mean, it's true, but like, give skin a dewy finish infused with hydrating 5% aloe plus hyaluronic acid, squalene, and green tea seed oil, and non-sticky feel and non-greasy fill. That's it. That's all I really have newish to showcase in this video. So let's get into my actual application of these products, and then we'll wrap up my final thoughts at the end. Voiceover Lauren, which means it's eyeshadow time. So I'm taking the shade Tangerine with the crease brush, and I'm using that all in the crease and all over the lid. I do dip in the pan a few times just to build this color up. Now I'm taking the shade Tangerine with a shader brush and building it up some more, just on the lid though. This shade is quite soft. I thought it would be a little bit more pigmented, but on my skin it's coming off more as a transition shade. Now I'm taking Tangerine on the lower lash line with the same brush. Now with a blending brush, I'm taking the shade Brick Orange and applying that in the crease just a little lower and on the outer corner of the upper lid. Take the same shade on a smaller crease brush just to pinpoint and get a little bit more pigment out of that color, and then I drag it on the lower lash line as well. Apologies for this being slightly out of frame this entire time. It'll fix itself eventually. Sorry about that. Taking the shade Brick Orange on a shader brush, and I'm focusing more on the center of the lid. Then take Peach Gold on a shader brush for the upper and lower lash line inner corners. Just doing some refining and extra blending, and that finishes the look. So I'm not gonna lie, this intrigued me. I got the color Bronze Glow, and it says it's a radiant bronze. Best case scenario, this actually shows up like a blush color. Worst case scenario, it's a bronzer. But I was intrigued because like I actually do like trying nudie, tan, beigey, bronzy type blushes on my complexion because it looks like a nude. It looks like a nice neutral color on me if it's done correctly. Unfortunately, I have yet to see anybody like black really like review this. I think I've seen one review. Most of the people that I've seen review this are Asian and or white, and those are the ones that are hyping it up. So like I didn't really have like a frame of reference of somebody close enough to my skin tone to go off of. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. I will say back in the day, we didn't really have like tan brownie tone blushes. Back in the day, I used to take my bronzer and like hyper focus it to the rear of my face or the back of my face, and then like I would do a light dusting and drag it down to my cheeks to get a nude tone, a brownie nude tone blush. So essentially it was like lighter in tone near the cheeks, and then like it would get more intense as it got closer to like my hairline. So that's how I used to like drape my bronzer back in the day when I wanted like a brown tone blush, because they didn't really make them for our skin tones. Now I feel like I have like an abundance of like beige peachy type blushes, and you know, thank God we have come so far. But yeah, back in the day, that's what I used to do. I know I'm not the only black girl that probably used to do that. I feel like I still carry those habits, because like even today when I do my makeup, it's usually blush or bronzer, because every time I do apply bronzer, I still have the tendency to drag it lower on my cheeks, but I do it in like a more diluted fashion, because like I'm just so used to draping my blush that way, or should I say my bronzer that way, because like I wanted like a brown beigey blush, and they didn't really make those, but now they do. So like I said, how far we have come, I'm a little scared. This could be a total waste of money. And I definitely don't think you should pay for these for full price. I bought this during my birthday. Cancer gang, stand up. But I had an abundance of like extra money. Instead of doing the responsible thing of like, you know, saving it, I spent it. And this was in one of those purchases. So it wasn't like I lost my own money. It picked up a lot. So I'm just gonna tap that off. And we're just gonna go in. I am using a very light, flimsy type brush for this. This is a blush brush, but it's more like wispy. I'm hoping it's like more of like a mahogany rosy type brown, so it looks more like a blush. But we're about to try it. All right, here we go. Okay, in person it's quite neutral. I feel like I could have used my regular cheek brush for this, but that's a little denser. But yeah, this actually looks okay. I'm just gonna put more back here and like drape it into my hairline just to make it more intense there. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it more on camera, but in person, in real life, it looks really subtle. It's coming off like a reddish brown on my complexion, so I could definitely use this as both a bronzer and a blush. So this is the side with the blush. This is the side without. Without. Please note I have nothing else on my face thus far except my base complexion. So I just have on concealer. I use concealer today for my base complexion, but this is it. No blush, blush. This is pretty. Okay, so I didn't completely waste my money. Now, do I think this will work on somebody darker than me? Probably not. I'm not gonna lie. At that point, you're basically like, you might just be setting your face if you're too close to this. But I am using like a very soft diffused cheek brush for this, which I would probably continue to use this type of cheek brush. I usually use where you at? I always have like one of them available. I usually use this, but this is like denser. It's still fluffy and like flimsy, but it's denser. This is like more like loosey goosey. But yeah, this actually turned out okay. I'm putting on a little bit more than I would normally probably put on, but I just want to make sure it shows on camera so you get like a actual realistic view of it. I'm gonna do the same thing I did on the other side, kind of like put more on towards the back and have it draped to the front. But yeah, that's how I used to like, when I wanted like a brown-ish blush color on my face as like a young boy, I used to just like take my bronzer. I would start back here, swirl it, and then like drag it to the front. But this time I'm doing it kind of backwards. Like I started to the cheek and then brought it back more. But like, yeah, this is nice. Okay, I like this. I'm not mad at that. That's really pretty. Yeah, I just wanted to try it because I haven't seen anybody besides one black person like actually use this color in particular. So I get why, because like you look at it and it's like, that might be too close to my skin tone, but this actually came off like a rosy bronzy shade. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is really pretty. Okay, I'm looking in the mirror that's like farther away from me, like that's not very helpful, but this mirror in my hand is actually showing me it actually looks like what it looks like on camera. Closer, but yeah. This was pretty. Okay. Okay. I didn't completely waste my money. It definitely warmed up my face, but it does look closer to a bronzer color than it does a blush color. I'm not gonna lie. But it does have a hint of like that redness in it, but it's making it more bronzy. So yeah, I like this. It says a radiant bronze. It definitely is a radiant bronze, and it's definitely can work as a blush. So this actually worked. Huzzah! I'm debating like, do I want to use this today too? Let's just do it, like while I'm on camera with y'all. I like to use a small amount, about that much. You don't need a lot of this. I'm actually gonna take this jumbo worker brush. You could honestly use whatever brush you want, but I'm just gonna like take what's on the back of my hand and lightly place that on the high points of my cheek as a highlighter today. I'm just gonna That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I absolutely adore this product. Like 10 out of 10. Recommend. Like, I did get a shade lighter. If I wanted one closer to my skin tone, I definitely would have went down a shade, but like I prefer to use this like as a genuine highlighter most days. So okay. That one I dragged up a little too high, but it's okay. I'll fix it in a second. I have to spray my face anyway, so that will help, you know, fix it. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Like, I can't get enough of this product. Like, it's definitely a little bit of crack in here. And this product, like, it's just so gorgeous. Like, it just gives the most like elegant glass skin type glow. Like the best ever. Gonna spray my face really quickly. Still using this Elf Mist. I'm just gonna use it till it's going, but I do not really like this product, mainly because of the sprayer on it. The sprayer on it sucks, but we move. Like, look at that glow. It's so like, it looks like my skin, like just on steroids. I absolutely love this. Okay, so let's wrap up on my final thoughts. So let's start with the eyeshadow palette first. Okay, so the only thing I don't like about this is the fact that there's no mirror. The mirror in front of me is close, but it's kind of like a little farther than arm's length from me. Like, I can't touch it extending my arm all the way out, so it's kind of hard to see. So I did have to pull out like my little hand mirror just to make sure like I could see appropriately. A lot of people like to say they travel with these palettes. I can't see myself traveling with this, but just because like I like the convenience of there being a mirror in here. I get that this is clear because this is the Backstage line and it's supposed to be easy to see what's in the actual component. Like, as a makeup artist and you're just scrambling for stuff that's all over the table, you can easily see what colors are in here. This is nothing really to write home about. This is definitely a buy it on sale purchase. It's okay. It's an everyday eyeshadow palette. The colors and tones in here I would get a lot of use out of. The way I like to use my eyeshadow in particular these days is literally just one shadow looks. That's all I really do. I'm a one and done shadow girly, maybe 2-3 shadows at the most. Nothing spectacular, so this definitely fits my vibe. Like, this is nothing to write home about. I will say the shimmers that I've tried haven't been super spectacular. I think this one will probably be the most potent, but this one is like very close to my skin tone, so it's not really doing a lot on my eyes right now. It's not really even highlighting. It doesn't really look like I put anything on. The mattes definitely took over, so the shimmers in here are really weak, but I wasn't expecting them to be impactful or super like impactful. Also, I did not use my finger and I did not wet anything, so that may help them become more impactful, but I didn't do all that. The only thing I truly don't like is there's no mirror with this. This has a mirror, so like I don't get why this can't have a mirror, because like this is like a plastic insert, so like, you see what I mean? Like, this has a mirror, so I don't get why this couldn't have a mirror, but it doesn't. So I mean, I'm not gonna harp on it too much. Like, I knew that before I bought the product. I just didn't realize how much like I actually cared like a palette actually has a mirror, because when I'm doing my eyeshadow I prefer to do this with the mirror in here. Yeah, that's my only minor nitpick. It's definitely a buy it on sale item in my head. I think most of the Dior products are buy it on sale, but yeah. they're good, but like they're nothing like worth like the absorbently high price tag, especially the absorbently high price tag of $52. Get this on sale. The Dior Rosy Glow Blush. This is nice. This definitely is a simple everyday color for me. As I look in the mirror, it looks fine. Like, I have no complaints. I just wanted to try it. My curiosity was piqued. The brown blush was like speaking to me. This is nice, but again, buy don't sell. I don't think it's worth, you know, you paying $40 for. I will always say buy don't sell when it comes to this, especially like the amount of product you get. There's blushes out here that cost the same amount or less with more product. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, they work good. They last all day. I don't really have any complaints about like the formula itself and how they last and how they perform throughout the day. I have more of a complaint with, you know, the amount you get for the price. Always buy don't sell. Next up, we have the Forever Glow Star Filter. So I love this product. I have mentioned it in my best and worst of 2024. This is not a first impression of this product at all. Only these two things are like a true first impression today. This I've been using since it came out. I have tried it both ways. Like they say you can use it like all over as like a face base for a complexion enhancer, or you can use it as a highlighter, like pigmented highlighter, or you can mix it in, you know, with your favorite foundation and give yourself like a glowy foundation. It's a magnitude of ways you could use this is what I'm trying to say. Like whatever your creativity will allow, like is probably what's going to happen with this. And despite its glowy nature, it doesn't really enhance texture. It just kind of melts into the skin. Like it looks and feels like second skin. I really don't have any complaints about this. This is a 10 out of 10 product. This is a perfect product. If I ran out of this, would I repurchase it? Most likely yes. Like that's all I really have to say about that. I like it. I love this product. This is one of the few things I would say like is probably worth buying full price, but at $55 that's up to your discretion. Last but not least, the setting spray. I want to give time to the floor for the setting spray. When it says shockingly fine mist, it is shocking. The first time I used this on camera, it was in my Pat McGrath video, and I said it reminded me of like, you know, those fans in amusement parks that have water in them that like spray water on you as you wait in line for the ride. That's what this reminds me of. Mind you, those fans are several feet away, hung high up on the ceiling. It feels like one of those amusement park fans that gently like just spray your face from miles away. Like it's like I feel like I have to spray a lot of this just to get like a nice even coating on my face. It does give me like a nice shiny dewy finish. I have dry skin, so like when I spray this on my face during the day, at the end of the day it still looks the same. I've worn this a few times and it stayed true to like this finish all day. If you don't like super glowy setting sprays, you're definitely not gonna like this. But if I don't want to look super glowy, I find myself just going over it with the one size that just locks it in and mattifies it. And then like there's a hint of glow and dew there, but not as glowy as I'm looking right now. I'm starting off with the basis of dry skin. I can't imagine like how well it would work on somebody with oily skin, and I definitely can't attest for combination skin because I'm just dry all over the face. I thought this would have more of a grip because it does say grip in it, but it's not like gonna make your makeup bulletproof. Like it's not gonna make your makeup completely transfer proof. So just be mindful of that. I mean, I like this, I just don't like the mister on it. The mister pisses me off like to no end. But other than that, like I don't really have any real complaints about it. Would I repurchase this? Probably not. I have other setting sprays that do similar things that I like better. I feel like I could get the same effects from my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I know a lot of people like are scared. Like you see it when people like use their setting spray on camera. Like they're like shaking, especially on that first spray. Like you don't really got to worry about this with the sprayer because it's so freaking fine. Like you could literally have it like this close to your face and it's not going to do anything weird. Yeah. It's just like you have to spray a lot of it just to feel like it evenly coats your face. For $10, I can't complain too much, but like I don't think it's anything like life-changing. I have other sprays that can give me a similar finish that lock in my makeup better than this does. And I use less product too when I use it. I might hold off on this until like we get into colder months just to see how it wears in colder months. Okay, so the e.l.f. is just it's okay. Like love this down, 10 out of 10 recommend. And these are just okay. Like it's a lot of okays in this video. Just okay. nothing spectacular, just okay. Tell me all the new makeup that you're trying that you like lately. Have you tried any of the products that I tried in today's video? How you feel about them? I like to hear from you. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. I had birthday money So I went shopping and just like grabbed this. Like I didn't have to really pay for it myself because like I got birthday money. And what do you do when you get birthday money? Not the responsible thing and save it or invest it. You spend it. So yeah, they say you're supposed to, like, anytime you like encounter money you weren't expecting to get, like, you're supposed to save it, but like, fuck that.